Zidane Day, Electro Ninja here, and welcome back to Electro Ninja's Lab. It's time again, once again, for another live stream. And today we, of course, are playing some more Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we did leave off, starting off the stuff with this place, whatever this is called. What is this place called again? Watchin' Pello. That's what it is. We're talking to the Pello people. And we're gonna talk to this person. The Dawn Servant's Elector. I thought you were a new face in town. Here for the right of succession, I take it. Me? I don't much care for who sits the throne, so long as they keep Terral peaceful. People tend not to be in the mood to relax and sip our excellent mezcal once arrows and spears start flying, if you know what I mean. Okay, so that's one thing that's kind of intriguing. So these guys are not warmongers, because for the most part, when you see when it's a merchant type deal, they usually are profiting off the war. Not today, but yeah. So right. Yes, you were asking about the Electra business. Being but freshly returned from my trading route, I've heard that there's a contest afoot, but not much else. Our head ledger, Tobley, could probably tell you more about it. Okay, so they're saying Tobley, whoever that is. Which, I'm imagining Tobley, whoever that is probably the person that we're wanting. Okay. Impatient Porter. Electors? Oh yes, I've heard all about the right of succession. They're looking to put a new ruler on the throne, eh? Personally, I'm rooting for... yeah, someone who wants the profiteering. Okay. If the first promise wins, he'll look to expand our sphere of influence. That means access to more resources and more customers. Okay, so it's more of like, doesn't understand exactly that he's like doing a war. It's more of like, hey, more customers, not necessarily. Yeah. Others have been coming around to my way of thinking, so I've begun crafting goods inspired by the resilient sun. Would you care to purchase something? Please just answer my question. Very well. You said you wanted to know about the Elector. I could help you, but I won't. I can tell you you're no supporter of Zorajah or his politics. Wow. So, oh, I wonder if that's a thing. Like for these guys, they will dress in either red or pink, and then the red represents the girls, the pink, or the red represents the guys, the pink represents. Well, no, because you're literally the only pink person. Did you have a question for me? Maybe it's younger? Sorry, I don't know anything about electors. You should take a moment to see our prized alpacas before you leave, though. Oh, but be sure to admire them from a respectable distance. Get too close and our nervous darlings may be tempted to spit on you. And that stuff stinks. It happened to a visiting buyer not so long ago. Tobley, that's the head of the that's the head rancher, so was so mad at me for not giving a proper warning. No one makes mistakes without Tobley noticing. He knows everything that happens on this ranch. Okay, I'm intrigued. I'm curious because I'm only seeing red. I'm one, except for her. She's the only one, or maybe he. I don't know, but they're the only ones in pink. Like, I know that at least one of them, at least one of the people in red was a guy, but I don't see any other. I'm wondering then, because if she's the only one in pink, Why is she only in pink? She's the only one in pink. I'm wondering if that has something to do with, like, maybe she's not that skilled? Or something? I'm just wanting to see if... nope. Interesting. I just want to get this really quick. Alright. / lookout. There we go. Alright. But yeah, I'm curious if that has if the fact that she is wearing that person's wearing pink has anything to do with something. You really have to watch yourself around these silver-tongued peddlers. I almost bought a bottle of mezcal and a sack of blankets, and then there was the enchanting ornament. Anyway, I did manage to learn that Tobley is the man to talk to about the contest. Now, if only they share where this head ledger of theirs is to be found. Probably somewhere near the ranch, you know. Really, he's also the head rancher. Well, the alpaca ranch is not far from here. I say we pay it a visit before we return to the others return. That sounds like a bad idea. Like, I'm gonna have to stop you from purchasing something. Yeah, you're wearing red. Everyone's wearing red except for this this Mablu. Why is this person wearing pink while all the others are wearing red? That's a lot of alpacas. Still, we know the head ledger could be here somewhere. I can't let fear deter me. Not to say that I'm scared, of course. Sure you aren't. Excuse me, is one of these workers Tobley? Tobley? Oh yes, he likes to mingle with the ranch hands and keep an eye on things. I can't tell you which one he is, though. You can't? Is this part of the contest? All I can say is that Tobley often mentions his favorite pungent subjects. He also can't resist a profitable trade, though who among us could? Am I right? Still, if you bring him a very good deal, he might let his identity slip. Yeah, so it's like a game. Easy enough. All I have to do is offer Tobley a deal he can't ignore. No problem. No. Well, maybe one problem. I don't think my purse is deep enough to pay everyone we think might be Tobley. Let's ask some questions first to narrow down the field. Great. We can meet back here to share our impressions. You be careful. I mean, oops, I should have... Obviously, I'm not Tobley. Sure. You're meant to find out for yourself who Tobley is, or if an elector is even in the village at all. Good luck. You think I might be Tobley? Well, maybe I am. All I will say is that this village, none have reared more alpacas than I. Boastful. Am I Tobley? Yes, that's me. Excellent work from the third promise in her entourage. Sharp instincts. Shall we commence the rite of succession then? I think that's bullshit. A visitor from across the salt, if I'm not mistaken. Be warned, the alpacas spit if you startle them. I suggest you keep your movements slow and deliberate. Hard to say, but I think Mablu is the real one, because it's just weird to me. I see we're both done with our interrogations. So who do you think it is? I have my suspicions, but let's hear your pick. I think the diligent one is probably makes the most sense. The worker is so intent on stable chores. I had my eye on that one too. Time to rip the mask off our mysterious ranch hand, so to speak. I think the diligent one makes the most sense of the three, but I don't think that's the right one. We know it's you, Tobley, and to prove it, I propose a deal. A generous sum of coin for confirmation of your true identity. An offer I gladly accept. As you have... Oh, okay, so it is Tobley. Okay. I am also one of Gululja's chosen electors. Knew it. And a place featured in the Tuliolo saga, just as we thought. I was right to trust your instincts, and I wager this won't be the last time. She found you out, fair and square, Tobley. And I'm glad she did. Would have been a pity had her bid ended here. Indeed.
Deducing the Dawnservant's elector was the first step of the feat. Too simple a task for this aspiring ruler, eh?
That is such an accent, I kind of love it.
Not hard at all.
Oh, hello.
Zorolja.
I am told the head ledger, Tobley, is to be found here.
You have to guess which one of us is Tobley. That's part of the test.
You're Tobley.
Without even asking a single question. Very impressive indeed.
To be fair, that's
With
like
that
pretty
amusing
obvious.
prologue out of the way, we can proceed to the actual challenge.
Interesting.
Per the Dawnservant's instructions, I was free to devise any manner of feat. I considered the number of possibilities in the 10th column. But I think I have a good one. You must go forth and capture for me an alpaca.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
While I've not had the best experiences with alpacas, aren't they generally docile creatures? That doesn't sound like much of a challenge.
Bring out the example!
Oh no. Oh no, something bad's gonna happen here.
This is a special kind of alpaca. Would you please approach the animal, Third Promise?
Who? Me? Well, it should stay calm if I stay calm, right? That's what Erinville said. Ah! The little monster spat on me! Ah, oh, that stinks. I can't.
Oh, you poor thing.
Alpacas are paradoxical creatures, being both extremely curious and extremely cowardly. Press your luck when they're frightened, and you'll get a face full of spit, as you've all just witnessed. Has an awful stench, their expectoration. The globs contain half-digested food, you see, making it an effective deterrent against perceived threats.
Wild valley breed like this one are especially timid and can therefore be quick to lash out. They're also especially hardy.
Indeed. We take the rugged wild alpacas and breed them with our gentle domesticated stock. This produces the strong but biddable pack animals prized by our traveling merchants.
I see. Okay.
That's all well and good, but did I need to bathe an alpaca spit for you to make your point?
So, the task is to catch a wild alpaca.
That is correct. But be warned that it is a feat easier said than done. I suggest you prepare well before you enter the valley where the creatures dwell.
Interesting.
And by you, I mean the claimants only. Allies are not permitted to assist with the catching.
Oh no! Oh no!
Alpacas will help me judge which of you is worthy of receiving a keystone.
Oh, this is bad. She's gonna have a hard time.
So I'm to chase down a fluffy, spitting demon, and that somehow proves I'm fit to rule?
As I said, the Dawn Servant granted me the freedom to decide my challenge. And when you reach the end of the rite, I dare say you will understand why I chose what I chose.
So, I'm wondering then if this is gonna be a duty, and you'll have to do this as your and basically you'll be playing as Wook Lamont.
Very well. This won't take long.
Because I feel like you they want you to play.
Wait! Didn't I warn you this was easier said than done? There are preparations to be made, factors to consider.
A beast is a beast. All yield to strength.
So far, this experience has done absolutely nothing to improve my opinion of alpacas.
You poor thing, Wook Lamont. I know it sucks. You'll make it through, though.
That doesn't mean I can't do this. Revolting spit aside, they're just another animal.
Mm-hmm. Sure they are.
Are you all right, Wook Lamont? We thought we heard you scream.
The third promise does not scream. It was more of a
Startled
startled
yelp.
yelp.
That's a scream.
Scream, in other words.
Ding, ding, ding!
Did you find the Elector?
Oh, we certainly did.
And then she explains everything. Cool, cool, cool. Now we need to go find. Now we're gonna do this as her, I bet. Place your bets, everybody. had to go and wash that nasty stuff off my face. I think I got it all of it. But would you mind taking a sniff for me, just to make sure? The stench has ruined my sense of smell. Hey, I saw that look. Let's see here. 6. That's what I currently have, right? Yeah. So I want to leave that for now. That's fine. I'll switch over to the other to Reaper for that. It looks like, as Lokomot helped demonstrate, the Valley's alpaca are wary of people. Ah, fuck. You might have warned me about that earlier. I have enough trouble with tame alpacas. How do you expect me to wrangle a wild one? With a proper saddle, we infuse the leather with a relaxing scent that soothes the spitting beast. Wonderful. Give me one of those then. Have you perhaps forgotten we are a clan of merchants? If you want a taming saddle, you'll need to find a saddler and make them an offer. Oh, you fucker. They don't come cheap, of course. Crafting a saddle will cost you the equivalent of 10 in the thousands. Oh, fuck. You mean 10,000 pel? I don't have that kind of coin. Converted gil that comes. Oh, what the fuck? Nope. No, this is my feat to accomplish. I wouldn't feel right having others pay the cost. I'll find the money somehow. In that case. What is this? That basket of wool is worth the sum you paid me earlier. 1 pel. In the hundreds column. Begin with the wool, and you can trade for even more valuable goods until you have something suitable to bargain with for the saddle. Oh, that's an interesting. But you think I can turn 100 pel into 1,000,000? That's 10,000 times more. We need 10,000 pel, not 1,000,000. So we're looking for 100 times more. Oh, right. My parents are confused with Alphino's million gil. I'm not so sure about this trading idea. You were almost talked into buying a cloak. You didn't need more moments after you arrived. But I hate it when you're right. Then let me help you with your deal making. Oh, hello again. Mablu, I work here as a ranch hand, but I've also learned a lot about the peddler profession. Is it all? It's all right if I aid them now. Yes, I guided the claimants towards the first step of the feat, like you asked. As long as Wooklamot goes alone to capture her alpaca, she is free to accept assistance from whomever she likes. Hooray! Let's see about getting you that saddle. Then, third promise. I don't know why you made your offer, but I could use an ally with a beak for bargains. Welcome aboard, Mablu. Should the rest of us stay behind, perhaps? It may be easier to haggle over prices without so many voices chiming in. Yes, stay here and pitch in with the ranch work. With Mablu gone, I'll need extra hands to tend the alpacas. Gladly, although, Hullabelly, I think you should go with Wooklamot. You've seen markets and bazaars the world over, and surely have sage advice to share. Yeah, I guess I could do that. In that case, you should also hold on to the alpaca wool. If it's misplaced or sold in some way, you'll have nothing to bargain with. Okay. As if I'd do such a thing. but I'll leave the wool with Hullaballi anyways. The better to keep my hands free. To begin, I suggest we try trading the wool to Havel, the saddler. He won't agree to the deal, of course, but it'll give us an idea of how much he'll accept for his wares. That is actually very smart, at least figuring out exactly what the heck to do. But this is gonna be complicated, isn't it? So we're literally doing the penny to $100 thing, that trend that's been going on. All right, I'm assuming this is gonna not be voiced. Something I can do for you. We've come to bargain. I bring you one of your special training saddles to catch a wild alpaca. A saddle, is it? And how will you be paying for it? This basket of fine alpaca wool. That's hardly worth it. What use does a saddle maker have wool? Besides, this would barely cover the cost of a single strap buckle. Offer me something I actually want. And what might that be? Mezcal. I like to nurse a cub at the day's end while I inspect my finished work. Bring me a jug of quality stuff and you've got yourself a deal. Okay. This bodes well for us, third promise. Such mezcal can be had for only 5 pel in the thousands column. So about so it's quite a way, but yeah. Hold on. Did you say third promise? Then my offer changes. Has changed. The saddle is going to cost you 3 years at least. What the fuck? 3 years? That stuff is valued at 10,000 pel or more. Why have you doubled the price? Because I must support the man of ambition who will see my business proper. Zerald will go to war, and his cavalry will need saddles. Lots of saddles. It's nothing personal, third promise, but I won't sell you my craft for anything less than my asking price. You jackass! We shouldn't have mentioned it. What if what we do? Can't say that I blame him. I'm known for championing peace, and peace is unlikely to bring him more customers. Well, I mean, here's the thing: you've already set up some good advantages with a few different countries. The fact that you know me is a big deal, and from that, a lot of people are going to be coming over before too long. Those our grandparents' generation remember the dark days when the clans were at war. Many of these Pello pay for your victory, Wuklamot. The younger ones, though, to them strife and bloodshed are as children's stories. They think themselves safe from these horrors, and take peace we now enjoy for granted. Still others are unsatisfied with the quiet prosperity, and crave for the future with the second promise and visions. They become obsessed with innovations like dirigibles and have made the trade swift and easy. Then you have those like Havli, convinced the first promise plans for conquest will afford them opportunities for great profit. But what about you, Mablu? Aren't you the of the youngest generation? At least a year or two younger than me, I'd say. Oh, I was raised on the old tales. I've memorized the accounts of what it was like when Yakui ruled our village. Yeah. That is why I offered to help. I want you to become Dawn Servant to keep our nation from going back to the way it was. Well then, I guess I'd better make sure I win the contest. But the type of mezcal the Saddlemaker wants is so very expensive. Weren't we expecting to need 10,000 pal from the outset? Nothing's changed, we just need to get on with it. I may not have a head for trade, or the stomach for alpacas, but I won't give up with the piece of Tuliolol on the line. Then neither will I. We will make you the Dawn Servant. Aiming for that 10,000 pal jug right away will only bring us failure and frustration. So let's first try exchanging the wool for anything even a touch more valuable. The trick is to find someone who needs alpaca wool and is willing to trade at a loss to acquire it. Someone who supports your bid for the throne, for instance. Of course, the Weaver! Bolnock was his name, I believe. He went out of his way to say he agreed with my vision, and he was there to buy, here to buy wool. I think I remember the direction he was going, but for now, let's head back to the road where we first met him. I wonder then, because he I wonder if he maybe has a bottle and is, like, willing to, like, granted, that is a massive deduction. So I would not expect him to go that much. But, yeah. So maybe we won't be playing as Wooklamat as she does this. This is the spot after Bolnock talked to us. He walked off to the south. And he was probably going to Ukuvlo's Inn. That's a weird name. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Most visitors of Wachun Pelo end up staying there. Let's go and check, shall we? Ikuvlo's Inn. Ikuvlo. I think that's how it would be pronounced. The problem with this place is that a lot of these words are really complex. Can I have the basket, Halabali? Alright. Thanks. Now let's see if we can turn a profit. Bolnock, I'm glad we found you. Are you interested in making a trade? Third, promise you wish to do business with me? Might I ask what this is all about? Explain, blah, 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 blah. I see. So the goal is to turn that basket of wool into a jug of 3-year-old premium mezcal. Then allow me to invest in your efforts. Yes! Peace and drawl is what allows me to cross freely into the lands of my suppliers. Naturally, I would prefer that one pledge to preserve that peace win the throne. Thus do I humbly offer this wool poncho, a small token that I pray contributes to your victory. Oh, that's fine craftsmanship. A garment like that would easily fetch 5 pel in the hundreds column. So 500. So we went from 100 to 500. So that's good. Like, obviously, we still need a bet. That's very generous, Bullknock. Thank you. I promise I won't let you down. I have every faith in you, Third Promise. May fortune bless your future dealings. I can't believe you quintupled your investment with your first deal. We're off to a spectacular start. Only because Hollomal remembered our weaver friend. All I did was hand over the wool. That's not true. The connections you build with people are vital. This is one of the most fundamental precepts to trading. One which you've instinctively mastered. It is actually a good point. Yeah. I know so. Now, let's take our 500 pel poncho and trade it for something even more valuable. I could see us getting to 1,000 with the next trade. If I lost it somehow, it would never let me hear the end of it. Yep. All set. Our next deal is waiting to be found. Excellent trade. Oh no. Please tell me it's not something where I have to... Leveraging connections is a sound strategy, but we should also consider supply and demand. An individual in an urgent need of a good poncho will offer more than a merchant simply looking to stock his shelves. That makes sense, but how do we know if someone needs a poncho? They have a fabulous sense of style. It's a nice sturdy poncho, but the design is traditional, so I don't think fashion is part of its appeal. So only those people with the practical needs would be interested. Yeah, I know. I just thought it would be funny. Wait, that's the obvious answer, isn't it? We look for a person without a poncho. Yep, there we go. Yeah. Yes, there you go. We find the demand for our supply. So where should we begin our search for prospective buyers? There are a number of places, but we could do worse than starting right here at the inn. There might be an interested. There might be interested travelers. Who here needs a poncho? A lot of Mamulja hardly wear anything to begin with. Those are probably Landsguard sellswords. Mamulja who soldier for a living prefer not to wear much above the waist. It hampens their movements. So even if they have bared soldiers, Mamulja carrying arms can be struck off the list. Okay. So you have a weapon. Sweaty. Disconcerted. I can't... Okay, you have a weapon, though, so I don't think that you would be necessarily a good option. But you're sweaty. I've seen them flying their what? And those types aren't fond of excess clothing either. Okay, cool. Well, let's see. No coat or cloak, but also no weapon. Oh, we might have found a winner. Oh there, friend. You're not a mercenary by trade, right? I was curious about your bold choice of dress or lack thereof. Oh, it was no choice of mine. Believe me, I was attacked by beasts on the way here, and barely escaped with my scales intact. My coat was not so lucky. I'm actually a toolmaker from Natuliolo, and was dressed quite smartly, all the better to show the Pelu. I'm a man who takes pride in his appearance, and therefore his work as well. But now look at me. Oh, this is perfect. Well, sir, this is your lucky day. What a splendid poncho! This would be perfect replacement for my coat. I lost. We'd be willing to part with it if you'd like to make a trade. For one of your fine tools, perhaps. What about this hatchet? I crafted it myself and will vouch for its quality. Okay. The blade looks sharp and the haft well made. I'd value it at 1 pal. Yes! Doubled it. Haha. So, 500 to 1,000. We have a deal. Wonderful. A fine garment such as this should put me on even footing with with any fellow merchant. Like the eponymous owner of Miplu's mate garden, for one. Her field hands were use hatchets to harvest the mate. I thought to impress her with the tool I sold you. No matter, I have other wares to sell. Okay, so he just gave us our option for the next one. Did you hear that? We've already got our next buyer. To Miplu's mate garden we go. Yes, but it's a fair distance on foot. We should take alpacas. Or, in my case, chocobo. These ones will be calm type, right? Probably. Excellent trade. Perfect. Success. You trade. Yeah. I'm assuming that they're probably not going to go, they're not going to have this be a long thing. But I also assume that there's a good chance that you'll fuck up. There's a decent chance to F up, I think. Well done recognizing the toolmaker as a potential customer. If you've a mind to change professions, you'd make an excellent merchant. I kind of already am. I just don't stream that. Oh, make sure I'm back in Painter. One sec. There we go. You should hold on to this. Yeah, I had a feeling that she was gonna give me that again. With that, I suppose we should do we should hop on the alpacas Mablu has so kindly provided. Ready to go? Let's mount up. Begin the alpaca ride. Oh no, something bad's gonna happen, isn't it? Okay, cool. Never mind. And off to the mate fields we go. Please don't spit. Please don't spit. You'll be fine. These ones are accustomed to people. Still, I don't trust them. You have a knack for riding, no matter what you say. Without our alpaca friends, we Pella would never have become traveling merchants. Can you imagine walking way across Thrall? I swear that mountain is too tall to be real. We're definitely going up there. Workham wasn't that the name? That forbidding sight, isn't it? I want one I've never appreciated up close. You have to take the long way around the cliffs to get there. The highlands belong to the Yakui. Okay, so we're definitely going to be talking to the Yakui. I'm assuming that's the giant that was in the big guy that was in the frickin' thing. Don't care for ranch work. No, I love it. I love working with alpacas. But becoming a peddler has always been a dream of mine. It's just, I'm not sure I have the talent for it. If I can help you buy the taming saddle, though, then it'd be proof I can do this after all. In that case, you'd best get ready to be a merchant. Look, we're almost there. So I'm wondering then if it's going to be 5,000 or it's going to be, or we're immediately going to go to 10,000. I don't think we will. We made it without a single smelly incident. I sent the alpacas back to Ikuvlo's inn, so we'll be walking along the main road when we return to the village. Speaking of roads to travel, you were adopted by the Dawn Servant, weren't you, Third Promise? That I was. Then perhaps you understand. I was an orphan too, you see. Tobley took me in. He took in all the ranch hands, actually. Oh! So they're all of them? Yeah, yes, and everyone works hard for their at their chores. Grateful for the opportunity to repay the head ledger's generosity. Yet here I am, the only one wanting to go off to be a merchant. Well, I mean, everyone has their own goals in life. That's not a problem. I'm sorry, I don't know why I'm telling you this. We need to keep trading things for your saddle if you want to prepare for the feat of gold. As it's mate harvesting season, they can't have too many quality hatchets. Add to that Woklamat's way with people, and we should have no trouble making a favorable deal. That's Miplu herself over there. Pass the hatchet on to the Third Promise, and let's get to bargaining. I don't know. Well, I mean, I understand why we're swapping them, but at the same time, it's like, come on, dude. Alright, let's get started. You have that little axe for me? Thanks. Now to see what we can get for it. You're Miplu, the owner of these fields. I have a mind to trade with, I have a mind to trade if you're interested. Well, the Third Promise. I might be convinced to entertain a proposal. What do you have on offer? This hatchet, forged by a seasoned artisan, the razor edge of this exceptional tool will make light work of your crops. The quality is acceptable, I suppose. I offer you this large sack of mat leaves in exchange. Sack of mat leaves is the same price as the hatchet. This deal would bring us no closer to the mescal. If I may, Mistress Miplu, it's harvesting season, is it not? Does not the demand for hatchets afford them a higher value? It is indeed the season, which is why I procured an ample batch of tools well in advance. We've missed the window for demand. In that case, we'll have to fall back on connections. Think of it this way. A generous deal here will put you in the Third Promise's good graces. Surely that's worth the worthy of consideration. I do not wish to give offense, but I must tell you that I stand with the Second Promise. His innovations will improve every aspect of our lives. I believe including farming, and I will not no longer have need for of hatchets. I assure you that I have nothing but respect for Woklamat. That is why I am prepared to purchase a spare hatchet at a fair price. I suppose it is fair given your reasons, but we ourselves would be no better off for the transaction. How about this then? If we were to help bring in your harvest, would you give us a better deal? As a matter of fact, I would, until Kona's reform has come about. I can always use more hands in the field. Then you can go ahead and add our labor to the bargain. Added value to tip the scales? How could I have forgotten one of the most basic rules of trading? Fair enough. You can rest here if you like, Mablu. Halabali and I have mate together. Oh no, I'm helping too. Off to the fields then. And mind you, pick the healthy leaves. I'll take 5 good bundles from each of you. Okay, so I've got to go gather some leaves. Okay. Oh yeah, I can't fly yet. Just gonna do a quick double check. Oops. Yeah. Everything is, at this point in time, I believe everything is south of here, which is a little bit annoying. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not 100% certain how we're gonna do that. I can't see. That's the problem. There has to be another one here, right? There should be another supply here. Is that it? No? I don't know. Oh, there it is. That's the one I was looking for. So, what is this then? Like, is it a T or is this a T-like thing? Maybe. Blue? Hello? You brought me some leaves then? Yup. There you go. An acceptable harvest. We'll see about your companion spirit before I make any decisions, though. Here we've brought our share as well. Okay. Thank you, Third Promise. This is more than enough to hold up your end of the bargain. Now it's time to honor mine. After adding the value of your labor to the price of the hatchet, I am prepared to offer you a full sack of our highest grade mat leaves. Mate leaves, yeah. Premium mate! Bought at the shop, one sack of those leaves would cost no less than 5,000 pel. Yes! So, we just need to double that. Then we can bid farewell to this hatchet. I'll give it a good home. Talk of the contest aside, I'm glad we could come to a mutual agreeable trade. As am I. All the best with the rest of your harvest. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. So we could probably get ready for the final deal then, right? Mablu, what's wrong? It's as I was saying before. Even after everything Tobli has done for me, I'm planning to abandon it all to become a merchant. But then I needed your help after forgetting a basic rule of trade. How can I expect Tobli to accept my decision then? Have you mentioned your plans to leave? Not exactly. I wanted to prove I could succeed as a peddler before I declared my intentions. I seek to follow in my father's footsteps, but not because he expects it of me. I want to preserve Thrall's peace, and becoming Dawn Servant happens to be the best way to do it. You should live a life of your own choosing. And I wouldn't be surprised if Tobley held the same opinion. So talk to him. You're right. It's better to find out for sure than worry over what he might say. Thank you for for the advice. All right, so now we can go and get that. Yeah, but first we have to buy a saddle to buy. I want that success under my belt so I can be sure of my decision. What next then? We try to trade our tea leaves for something halfway to 10,000, pal? No, I think we're close enough now. I say we go straight to the for the premium mezcal. Bargain our way into double the value, eh? Think you can do it? Trust me, I will make this trade work. I admire you, Third Promise, and you're holding your own against such strong competition for the throne is inspiring. Am I really holding my own against Kona and Zoralja? I mean, of course I am. I am Luc Lamont, of the Dawn's Promise, after all. Alright. Top grade mat leaves. Yep. You trade 1,000 pel hatchet for... Yep, cool. Alright, ready then? Our next stop is Mezcal Distillery. Let's go. Let's just teleport, because that's easier. Gobley might be adept handling distilling, but he's got no sense when it comes to appearances. Sends himself to the court wearing his usual romp attire. Oh no. But I could tell you what Gobley has been saying. The other day he was muttering about monsters prowling around agave jaws. That the field where they gather ingredients for mezcal. Their presence has made it harder to procure setting. Interesting. Wonder if that'll be important. Wait, what am I doing here? Oh, there you are. Hey, Mabaloo. So, what did you find out? Oh, we can make use of all of those tidbits. The deal is as good as sealed. As for me, I found out where Gobley is working. There's a millstone at the top of the slope behind this distillery. You go on ahead and I'll bring Wicklamat. How much you want to bet she accidentally purchased something? I am so expecting that at some point soon she is going to end up selling something. She's accidentally going to end up buying something. I have a feeling it's probably going to be to Moblu, though. It's going to be with Moblu, though. You have business with me, madam? Why don't we talk down below, so as not to distract the alpaca from his work? Alright. Those aren't that rugged. Now, what's this about? Keep it brief, if you would. I'm a busy man. We're in the market for a 3-year-old jug of premium mezcal, assuming you have any on hand, that is. Ah, an excellent choice. I must warn you, though, it doesn't come cheap. We don't have Pel, but we have but we can offer a sack of mat leaves in exchange. It's top-grade stuff, like the mezcal. No deal. Mate leaves are well and good, but I don't have any use for them. No deal, just like that? Still, I'd hate to send you away empty-handed. Why don't we sit and chat a while, over a cup of mezcal? Now the real bargaining begins. Which of our cards do you want to play first? I appreciate your hospitality, but I'm afraid I can't hold my drink. I've heard one of your regular customer, the Hobigo Chief, is the same. Seeing as not everyone can enjoy mezcal, I wonder if you might benefit from having other refreshments to offer. Something like mate tea, for instance, and brewed from the finest leaves, of course. Ah, you're right. Absolutely right. I hadn't noticed a growing reluctance on the part of my Hobigo friend, but did not realize I myself was to blame. I must endeavor to be a better host. Still, even with that added value in mind, no sack of leaves is worth the mezcal you offer. Offered to call the monsters, causing them trouble? Not yet. We'll keep this card up our sleeves until we need it. As I expect you're aware, the rite of succession is currently taking place. That is why the third promise has graced us with her presence. When the contest is decided, the subsequent ascension ceremony and the banquet will be a prestigious affair. If your mezcal were to be served there, it would bring your distillery immeasurable fame. Wait, could it be that your rumored invitation to the palace is to discuss that very possibility? As a matter of fact, yes. I must admit I'm still reeling from the abruptness of it all. It would be a great honor and opportunity if I can secure the deal. Well, I should think your exceptional mezcal would speak for itself. That said, there's no such thing as being too prepared. The first impression is last. You'll want to be wearing your very best when you walk into Volok Shunsa. It would be such a shame to miss this chance of a lifetime simply for want of proper garments. Point. That it would. Are you saying you have garments to offer, something ideal for the court? We have no garments on hand, I'm afraid, but we can provide you with the next best thing, an introduction to a weaver. His name is Bull Knock, and his works are highly regarded in Tuliolal. That's a good point. As a supporter of Woklamat and a keen observer in palace politics, he will doubtless be happy to guide you in the selection of an outfit to fit this golden occasion. This is certainly a tempting proposal, and one of which I should like to take full advantage of, but the skills still aren't quite balancing. Well... Say, weren't there monsters running amok in the agave jaws? That's a problem we could easily solve for you. Truly, I would be most grateful for your immediate assistance. I was resigned to hiring sellswords to clear them out. Factoring in that saved expense and an introduction to a trusted weaver, this is shaping up to be a sound bargain. All right, you have a deal. Yes, I knew you'd come around. Give us a moment, and Holabali and I will take care of those prowling nuisances. In the meantime, I'll use the time to pen an introductory letter to Bolnock. The fields you're looking for are just north of Wachumpelo. Be safe. Alright, cool. Let's go kill some monsters. I'm assuming that it's a duty or something. Well, it might not be a duty. It might just be a few spots that need to be cleansed. Oh yeah, I can't fly yet. It's so weird not having flight. All right. That should be the agave jaws just over there. This will go faster if we split up. Come and find me once you've finished clearing out your share for the pests. You got it. Kinda figured. Okay. All right. We'll use Striking Muse next. I should take care of that. And if there's anything left. Yeah. Okay. Hello, Woklamat. I see you killed two at the same time, huh? Compared to the creatures I hunted with Papa, this was no challenge at all. Come on, let's head back to the distillery. All that's left is to give Mablu the sack of leaves so she can seal the deal. Alright, off we go. Okay. Ba ba da ba do boo doo. And there's the sack of leaves. Thank you for looking after our precious trading goods. And let's do this! Let's kick some ass! Your monster problem has been resolved, Master Gobley. Here are the mat leaves and a written introduction to Bullknock as agreed. Ugh, I need some water. Then the deal is done. Here's your jug of premium mezcal, aged 3 years. Please accept it with my compliments. Yes, we finally have the mezcal. Great work, especially you, Moblu. You were the one that inspired me to come this far, Third Promise. But let's not celebrate until we've the saddle in hand. Moblu, is it? You drive a hard bargain, young peddler. I look forward to doing business with you in the future. I'd look forward to doing business with you in the future. There we go. I can't speak. Thank you, but truth be told, I'm just a ranch hand for now. Should I ever become a proper merchant, though, I'll be back to strike more deals with you. I think you'll do good as a merchant. I'm kind of wondering then if she is like gonna actually like kind of be involved with us as the story continues. I still kind of find it weird though that she has a pink outfit compared to the rest having the red ones. Nice. Even at the palace, I don't think I've held 10,000 pel jug of anything before. My hands won't stop shaking. Here, you better hold on to it until the saddle make. Yeah. Can you imagine if we dropped it and had to start all over again? Luckily, Havli's place is not far. We just need to head... You shut up, Moblu! You're gonna jinx us somehow. I don't want to give this to you. This is it. The trade we've been working so hard towards. Right, time to make our deal. Get your tools ready, saddler. We've brought you our precious mezcal. Wait, you actually got your hands on a jug? But you had nothing. A few measly clumps of wool. What we had was an inspiring trader with a gift for negotiation. Although I'd sooner aid no claimant but Zeral Jah, I cannot go against the guiding principles of the Pelupelu. The trade is a fair one. I will craft your saddle, Third Promise. Great! Stay and wait if you like. I have all the requisite materials, so this won't take long. Alright, is this going to be a voiced cutscene or a regular one? Your commission is ready. Catching a wild alpaca is never a simple affair, but you'll have an easier time of it with one of my saddles. So I'm kind of... Now, if you don't mind, I have other work that needs finishing. Ah, I can taste that smooth mezcal already. We did it! The saddle is ours! And to think, we started out with only 100 pel basket of alpaca wood. Moblu, you are going to be an incredible merchant. Thank you. It makes me so glad to hear you say that, Third Promise. We got what we came for, so let's return to the ranch. The others will be waiting. Alright. Success. You traded 10,000. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So we're either going to see this as a cutscene, which I think is actually a little bit more likely. We're going to watch her as she does this. Or we're going to play as her to do this. And it will be a duty. I'm kind of leaning toward... Well, I'm kind of leaning towards the cutscene. Because we did just do quite a bit. And I think that that's about the same amount of quests that we did for the previous one. You've acquired the saddle then? Yes, and thanks in no small part to Mablu. Before you rush off to catch an alpaca, though, let me teach you how to saddle one. I'll bring out one of our wild-born friends so you can practice. I know. This is something I need to learn. She's gonna feel a close connection to the thing, isn't she? Great sunken gods, I did it. I want an alpaca. I really want to go get one. He hardly seemed bothered, much less inclined to spit, as if he was completely accepting of what Clement's touch. That is because of the singular scent with which the saddle has been coated. Alpacas find it very soothing. You know, I've never taken a good long look at one of you before, but you're actually kind of cute. You're only now noticing that? Zeralja, he's back. What the fuck? Having done exactly what he set out to do. The alpaca he's brought, is it just me or is it glowing? I've heard tales of such beasts. They said golden alpacas lives a solitary existence deep in the valley, where it shuns the company of both men and its own kind. How did he manage to snare a prize like that? A beast knows its betters. Faced with our overwhelming strength, it will yield rather than risk death. Wait. Oh, I thought he said R. An apt illustration of how great the power of the fist. The first promise exceeds yours, Wilclamot. You're a jackass, you know that? Strength alone won't win him our father's throne. I'll be the one to find the Golden City, and then Tyrell can remain at peace. An everlasting desire for peace can only be forged in the fires of war. To unite as one, the people must be taught. They must suffer the horror and hopelessness firsthand. You're a jackass. Exhaustion from prolonged conflict. The wages of war's merciless nature. These are what moved the clans to joining the founding of Tuliolo all those years ago. Consider the younger generation of this village. Since birth they have basked in unbroken harmony, and behold, they regard war not as tragedy, but opportunity. Thus does the resilient son seek to provide education. He offers much-needed lessons in the realities of conquest and a renewed appreciation for peacetime. 'Tis true that war's misery breeds a longing for peace. But I have seen it with my own eyes what becomes of an empire forged through the violence you propose, the rebellions it spawned, the ruins it left behind. The Garlean Empire was a congregation of simpletons. The oppressed fought back against their oppressors, as well they should. Men are not beasts. Only a fool would seek to rule over all with the threat of force alone. That is why Gulun did not elevate the Mulja. Why he treated all clans with equal respect. However, the first promise has his gaze fixed upon more distant horizons. He would unite not only Tulialal, but the star in its entirety. What? Why? I need not explain myself to you. Oh, well done indeed. The first promised has completed the feat of gold with an appropriately golden flourish. May I present you your much-deserved keystone? He's always been like that, never sharing his innermost thoughts with me or even Kona. It's like we're not even family. Alright. I'll ponder Zoolja's and his mysteries later. Right now we need to, I need to think about finishing the Feat of Gold. I have my saddle, I've practiced how to use it, so lead on to where the wild alpacas roam. The valley of... yeah, that way. We can see Wilclamont off on her hunt. Alright. So let's see if this is a duty or if this is a... Is this a duty or is this a... I'm assuming this is a cutscene, but we'll see soon. Oh, they made things easier. What the heck? That's amazing. Like, this is... I think it's funny, though, because they're doing this for this, and none of the other side quests. Or, yeah. There we go. Enjoy your hunt.
Good luck there, promise.
Okay,
Thanks.
so this is an auto. No.
I'll need it. Truth be told, still not sure about alpacas. I'd rather not go near one if I can help it.
Fair enough.
But if I'm to rule this nation, then I'll need to learn how to live with them. Tural is their home too.
Indeed.
Right. I'm off.
So, shall we head back to the ranch, or...?
I'm staying here.
As will I. Wooklamart is alone in this. The least we can do is stand watch and await her return.
Yep. It's important to always help your friends, even if you can't necessarily help them in that way.
It may be a while yet. Help me pitch the tent.
Trust a gleaner to come prepared for anything.
What's a gleaner?
Someone whose job it is to travel the world and procure uncommon things for their employers. Erenville specializes in finding animals, I believe.
Yep.
But aren't you a Shaitana from Shaktural? Why did you cross the salt?
When I was much younger, the thought of leaving Tural never even occurred to me. But then, some years ago, my mentor tasked me with a difficult hunt. Something I could never find, she said, so long as I clung to the familiar. She suggested that I leave home, leave Tural, and join the Gleaners of Sharlian. As one of their number, I could experience the world, immerse myself in myriad cultures and customs, see the many faces of nature. And once I had learned what is truly important, I would find that which I seek. My younger self took those words to heart, and off I went to become a gleaner.
Yep.
Her words alone moved you to leave behind everything you'd ever known? You must have great respect for your mentor.
As it happens, gleaner work was much to my liking. And I all but forgot why I had pursued it in the first place. Yet, events conspired to put me back on the trail I'd abandoned.
Wait, are you saying you were tasked with finding the City of Gold?
Yep.
I was. And though my hunt is now entangled with the right of succession, I mean to see it through.
Well then, I understand completely. We all have our reasons for seeking the Golden City. Which is all the more reason for us to work together.
Just so.
She should have been back by now. What if something's happened to her? We need to tell Tobli and arrange a search party.
She'll be fine. She's probably about to come up.
Wait. Do you hear that?
Here she comes. How much you want to bet it's also gold? Oh no, it's just white. Okay, that's fine.
I did it.
You doing okay? You poor thing. Look.
You're utterly spent, and small wonder.
Well done, Third Promise.
The ranch isn't going anywhere. Take a rest in the tent.
I think I will. Thank you all for believing in me.
Someone almost didn't. I'm so relieved the third promise came back to us safely. And the alpaca she tamed is a healthy-looking beast. Surely this will be enough to satisfy the feet of gold. Alright, yeah, I'm not worried about the dye. Willamette still seems to be unsteady on her feet. Hardly surprising after she spent the night chasing alpacas. You know what will melt away the fatigue? Like mate tea. I'll run to the ranch and get a pot brewing. That way you can take your time and the tea will be ready when you arrive. As Mablu is so wisely suggested, we shall set a slower pace for our exhausted third promise. You know what? Nah, that's fine. Well, it's faster this way. Okay. Came back ahead of the others, did you? I should hurry along with the tea, then. Willamette can't be far behind. Oh, that tea really is magical. I feel better already. Turn that off again. I see you've become more comfortable around our fuzzy friends. Watching this one taught me a lot about alpacas. What grasses and fruits they eat, what sounds they react to. They're adorable little quirks. I guess I've grown kind of fond of them. Welcome back, Third Promise. Accomplished the feat of gold, have you? Yes, there's no mistaking. A valley alpaca. I commend you on your success. Well done. Yes, we did it! Although, I couldn't find a shiny one like Zoral Jaw did. I'd be surprised if you had. Golden alpacas are born only once every few decades. They are elusive, solitary creatures that are rarely seen, much less captured, thanks to the innate physical and magical gifts. Only a single other person is known to have caught one before, that being Gulu Jaja himself. Papa was chasing alpacas too? So my grandfather's stories say. It was before the founding of Tuliolo, in a time when the mountain giants of Yakui held our people in thrall. Compelled by their overlords, our forebears would ride their alpacas' mounts to the highlands to deliver gifts of food to other tributes. Those were wretched days, to hear grandfather tell it. Then along came young Gulu Jaja, yet unburdened by the mantle of Dawn Servant. Our people were amazed by this imposing two-headed figure, equal to the Yokoi in stature, and puzzled by his entourage of mismatched companions. Oh, he literally had one of he had a Hrothgar, a Rogadin, a Vera, Hanu, and a Moblin, I believe they're called in this. Some troubled and feared, believing a new conqueror had come. Yet Gulun Jaja showed no such inclinations. He sat and spoke with us, sipping from the cups of mate tea we offered him, and grew somber when he learned of our plight. None could have anticipated what their visitor decided to do next. Gulun Jaja ascended to climb to face the giants and freed the Pelu Pelu from Yokoi's subjugation. He then turned an appraising eye upon our riders and proposed we take to the road to peddle our beverages. The suggestion seemed obvious for one who traveled as he did, intent on fostering amity between the clans. So it was that few words from Gulul Jaja transformed us into a clan of itinerant merchants. I've never heard the bond Papa forged with the Pelu Pelu spoken of in that way. The saga is not so detailed. And you may not know that Gulul Jaja sought a sure-footed guide for his trek up into the highlands. Thus did he capture a golden alpaca. So both my brother and his father caught the rarest creatures, while an ordinary one was the best I could manage. The feat required no more than that, Third promised, and you brought back a perfectly wonderful beast. Mablu's right. You're a perfectly wonderful beast. If anyone's ordinary, it's me. Not only did you accomplish the feat of gold, you also made many trades and brought joy to many people. In true Pelu Pelu's fashion, I sorely doubt your sibling could have achieved the same result. You should be proud of the accomplishments which earned you your keystone. That is honestly fantastic. I am so glad that yeah. It's important to remember these things. There they go. 5 more to go. You're well on your way, Third Promise. We'd have been lost without you, Mablu. Thanks to you, I learned so much about the Pelu people and your customs. It might seem obvious, but I've come to realize the importance of properly knowing something. It was because I didn't understand alpacas that I was uncomfortable around them. I'm thankful to you as well, Woklamat. You've given me the courage to say what I wasn't sure I could ever say. Tobli, I want to leave the ranch and become a merchant. I appreciate everything you've done for me, and I've loved every moment caring for the alpacas. But this is something I need to do. I need to walk my own path and make my own trades. As your parent, allow me to say one thing. I've always tried to give my wards lives filled with as much happiness as I could provide, yet never once have I wanted that to be the only happiness you knew. You have my blessing to walk any path you choose, Mablu. It gladdens me to know, to hear you found a calling you wish to pursue with such passion. You will make an exceptional peddler, I'm sure of it. Thank you, Tobli. What did I tell you, Mablu? There's one last thing I can help you with, Third Promise. You need to find the Golden City, right? That's the end goal. then I suggest you talk to the Yakui. They once ruled over far more than just Orkopacha and the Pelu Pelu. 1,000 years ago, they were the overlords of Dawntrail and all its peoples. During that era, the Pelu Pelu were commanded to search for the City of Gold. They scoured every corner of the continent, but never found any trace of that fabled place. But if they didn't find anything, what could the Yakui have to tell us? They may not have found it, but the fact that they thought to look for it at all makes me curious. Perhaps there's value in delving into how the legend originated. We lose nothing from asking the questions. Besides, if we're determined to follow the path of the saga, we'll be visiting the giants eventually. Oh, Kyle, I have a question I've been meaning to ask. And since we finished with the feat, where did you acquire that earring? My earring? Do you recognize it? Yes, pieces just like it. First became fashionable in Dawntrail around 20 years ago. Since then, it's become common to wear one as a charm for safe travel. 20 years ago, right about the time my grandfather made his journey, yet the Dawn Servant implied the earring was connected to the Golden City in some way. Surely there was more to its significance than simple fashion. If you want to know how it first came to be crafted, I could try to find out. Seeing as it's a regular seller for many merchants, I'm curious to learn about it myself. I would appreciate that very much, thank you. Jumping feet first into the peddler business, eh, Mablu? So she's definitely going to be someone who we talk to quite a bit. Right then. That's 2 keystones down. I say we head back to Tuliolol and plan our next move. Farewell for now, and thanks for all your help. I will become Dawn Servant, so make sure you set aside your best mezcal for the occasion. She has a fearsome opponent in that brother of hers. He even brought a golden alpaca to heal. But you've heard Zeralja's supporters talk. They might see opportunity in his expansionist ambitions, but they find the man himself intimidating, terrifying even. Whereas I've grown to love Woklamat, everyone she meets will come to love her too, and that's why she'll win the throne. You might be right, Mablu. You might be right. So, I'm wondering then, if the other two just got theirs here, but also I'm wondering what exactly happened. Well, I guess 3 or yeah, it's 2. Never mind. I don't know. It feels good to have the feet of gold safely under our belt. Even my victory pales beside Zeralja and his shiny golden alpaca. I know I shouldn't let it bother me, and gods know you've all been so supportive, but I want to be strong or wise like my brothers. To be a promise that people respect. Which is not likely if I stand here carrying on and on about things. Let's move on to that thing with us. The contest has hardly begun. Okay. So back to the city. But before we do that, before we go back to the city, I see some blue quests that need doing. Alright. Blue quests are top priority, so. Come on. Why are you not able to jump that? Okay. Nopely, let's see. What do you have to say for me? Hey, I recognize you. You're Hullbully, yes? I've heard about you. Companion to the Third Promise. Most dependable individual. The name's Nopely, and I'll have you know, I'm a merchant blessed with fortune. Blessed by fortune, if I do say so myself. Indeed, I believe our meeting today is no chance encounter, but the hands of fate guiding us for one singular purpose, the exchange of invaluable items at an unbelievable price. If I could direct your attention over here for just one moment. Feast your eyes on these crates of exceedingly rare, precious, corrupted crystals. Beautiful, aren't they? They were extracted from remote regions of Eorzea and shine brilliant orange hue, quite unlike your run-of-the-mill crystals, no? For you, I'm willing to offer them for the low price of 1 pel in the millions. What the fuck? It's nigh highway robbery at this point. Oh my gosh. But anything for a friend of the Third Promise. They're not worth even a fraction of that price. That's true. What do you mean? Considering how much it set me back to purchase them, the price I'm offering should be perfectly reasonable. Strange. These are precious crystals, are they not? Not really. Just to be certain, these crystals are considered priceless treasures in Eorzea, right? Not really. They're basically useless. Let me see if I'm getting this right. Not only are corrupted crystals commonplace across the salt, but they're also highly volatile? And in the past, you once used such crystals together with an elemental converter to do battle with entities you call primals? Yeah, pretty much. Like, they're useful, but they're not really that. What's more, you kept them in warded containers at all times to protect against their... Oh, no, yeah. All of which is to say, no practical use for such crystals have been discovered, meaning no one with sense would ever bother to mine them? The peddler who sold the crystals to me never mentioned a word of this. He claimed they're extremely rare in Eorzea, which is why I decided to purchase them in the first place, even at an exorbitant price he offered. Naturally, I believed him, having never seen crystals like their like before. Could you blame me? But they really have no use? Yeah, not really. Have I, nobly the lucky, been swindled? Sorry. Well, at the very least, I was able to learn about the crystals' true nature before selling them to some poor soul. Fortune hasn't abandoned me completely yet. At any rate, I like to verify whether these crystals truly hold no value. Would you be willing to help me look into this, Hullbully? I need someone I can trust, and that you'd be willing to share the and you'd be willing to share the truth with me says a lot. No need to answer right away. Give it some thought. If you've no interest, you're free to be on your way. If you decide to assist me, however, I'll be here waiting. So, yeah. Yeah, those are practically useless. Okay. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah, they're practically useless in all ways, shapes, or forms. Well, they're not useless. They're just like... Thank goodness, a capable-looking traveler. Please, I need your help. My caravan was attacked by... Oh, joy. A young Muljaw mercenary, but he could barely fend for himself, let alone me. He somehow managed to throw me over his shoulder and carry me all the way here, but no sooner did my feet touch the ground than he ran back into the jaws of death. Damned if I can figure out why. Injured as he was, I don't like his chances. Please, I beg of you, go to... yeah, okay, I'll go help him out in a sec. Okay, first things first, we're going to talk to the mage. Yeah, you're not a mage. Bow bearing guard. Stab bearing guard. There we go. Intriguing. I've never heard of these corrupted crystals. As a practitioner of the arcane arts, I'll not deny they pique my interest. But I'm afraid I've no interest in purchasing them. If they are as volatile as you say, there is little to be done with crystals whose very nature can change on a whim. Yep. Well, that's easy enough. That was an easy enough quest. Alright. No plea, hi. So here's the information, blah 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 blah. Yeah. These crystals really are worthless. I may be unable to make back what I've lost, but there's still one thing I can do. Hullabally, I wished to stop that peddler from continuing his crooked ways. Will you help me? There's that, and then that'll be a regular quest. I will deal with that later. I'm going to be coming back to do a lot of side quests at a later date. Blue quests are just a higher priority. Okay. Alright. Not to worry. I kind of want to see what these these things look like as you're done with, but I don't know. We'll see. Just gotta quickly do this right quick. Okay, sorry, just wanted to make sure that was taken care of real quick. I didn't want to waste it. Alright. Alright, cool, cool. Alright. I'm so relieved to hear he's safe. The Mulja take considerable pride in their trade as mercenaries, but that young man seems to have a particularly acute sense of responsibility. Yep. I want to see how those their wagons work, because obviously they're all on the ground at this point. I'm not certain if that's like an important detail. One sec. I'm going to actually do a fate right quick, as long as this is staying there. Because I do want to, I want to at least unlock shared fate. I don't know for sure though if that's gonna work though. I honestly just need to do some more fates. That's just a fact of life. It'll be far easier once I get my blue mage up to 70 to be willing to do a lot more fates, but we'll see. Hi. All right. Okay. And there we go. Stone in yellow. Thunder in magenta. Switch each defender stance. Switch it to healer stance. All right. Okay, so I can only ever have one of those at a time, it seems. Okay. So it's best if I'm gonna use subtractive palette, it's better to make sure that I use my black one. Oh, cool. Some people are here to help. we have it. Victory is mine. Bada bing, bada boom. Did that unlock shared fates? It did. Yes. Okay. So that took care of that. That was the most important one I wanted to take care of. Wait, they make you tiny? I did not realize that mount made you tiny. Alright. So now we go back to Tuliolo. Wait, actually, before I do that. So, okay. So these two areas connect here. Oh. Interesting. Interessante. Okay, so this area is like completely blocked off from here. But I know that there's like places that connect up here. But they're only connected through there. And then there's a flight over to here. It also goes to the north and empty. Oh wait, that's the... Duh. I'm dumb. That's why. Okay. Cool. So, Yoctel. So that's gonna be a thing from here, and then so we're likely gonna do all of these areas as well. So, okay, probably about another hour. All right. So. Look at us. The contest has barely begun, and we already have 2 keystones. Surely even my talented brothers aren't doing this well. We can only hope. I honestly would not be surprised if they do have 2. Alright, let's go. We've now won keystones from both the Feat of Reeds and the Feat of Gold. Surely that means our approach to the contest was the right one. So it would seem. By continuing our retrace of Galul Jaja's journey as presented in the saga, we should find the remaining electors in turn. Then let's visit the giants next. Like Kryl said, the fact that they were searching for the Golden City might mean they know something useful. The home of the Yakhui is in the upper reaches of Urkopacha. Unless you're keen on scaling the cliffs, we have to take the long way around through Kazamuka. This route will take us close to the Moblin village, which is another important location in the saga. Since we will need all the keystones eventually, it makes sense to pay them a visit while we're passing through. So we call them on the Moblins first then. Let's head there right now. I'm afraid right now is going to be a problem. The flight of the Wee Wingless, the great stairs leading to the Moblin settlement, collapsed in the storm. What do we do then? There is an alternative, but it requires preparation. Until it's ready, you could rest at the cabins or see more of the city, whatever you prefer. Okay. Just to be sure, you'll accept any method of travel as long as it gets us to our destination. Of course. Who do you take me for? Then as your guide, I will see to the arrangements. That's concerning. Well, it seems we have some free time on our hands. Let us make the most of it. I need to get my axe repaired. I nicked the blade pretty badly when I took a swing at Bakul Jaja. That reminds me. I never got around to introducing you to Ropley, did I? He's the man in charge of Oh, yeah, we should actually do that. That's probably that one area that I went to myself because I was like, why did we not go here? Alright, so... Okay. Alright, let's head over there. And I will walk there because reasons. So that's when I get somebody up to 90. Which will probably be Goldsmith. Well, no, Fisher first, actually, because that's the one that's closer. Alright, what do you have to say here? This is Aunt T's Tacos. Named for the owner here. The lovely T-Soul. If you were after the best tacos in Tyrol, this place sits at the top of, with... Oh. You say that third promise, but you will only ever eat old Brooks Ivu's food. Come and buy mine for a change. Sorry, T-Soul. It has been a while, hasn't it? I swear I'll stop for a bite once the contest is over. What if I want to buy? Can I? Okay, so I can't just purchase. I kind of wish that you could just purchase the tacos. Hi, Ropley. Nice to meet you. My, the third promise. How might I assist you this fine day? Well met, Ropley. I need to buff a nasty nick out of my axe blade. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to cleave rocks again, were we? Something like that. Think you can fix it? You stand among Tyrell's most prestigious gathering artisans. And ask this question? 'Tis child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Good to hear. I leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I may ask? This is Hollowbelly, a great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. I brought her here to meet you, actually. Thought she might have reason to visit... Wachu... that sooner or later. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Ropley, humble representative of the Grand Center of Trade. A pleasure to meet you, Hollowbelly. You there, stop dithering in the shadows and announce your business already. I've seen that man somewhere before. Weren't you on the ship? A jewelry maker you met on the voyage over. Yep. Oh, I remember. I spoke to him too. Fonjean Tain. Yes, that was his name. You've been loitering like a flattery admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it, then. Why are you here? That is to say... Poor guy! He's just such a coward. And we're no closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if he could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. Let me know by link Pearl if you find him first. What does this person? What does Robley do? probably down there, is my guess. One sec, just gonna do a quick lookout. Where? Oh my gosh, I have a lot of them. I need to do a lot more looking around. So there's probably 5 in the city, 5 in the... yeah. Or wait, is that 6? Is that what it said? No, that's 5. It's 5 each. I don't know why it's... There he is. Oof. This Master Ropley. But wait, we met before, haven't you? We're on the ship. You found him? Good, I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Did you have business with Ropley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourselves with my affairs. I'm undeserving of such attention. Huh? What are you going on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. Fair. You are too kind. So be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tuliolo, I worked as a goldsmith and at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Ul'dah. Blah blah blah, aesthetics. Oh, it started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking, mediocre. I lost all confidence. Crippling doubt had possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on new shores. Yet, as you witnessed, I lack the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Alright then. You offered a morsel, then served us a full course. Pretty much! You must have really wanted someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then you have experience with my predicament? Of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your... Oh, did I please? Wow! Yeah. Rude. Yep. Remember. Not me. I'm Wuklama, third promise of Tuliolo. Daughter of the Dawn Servant. Oh. Of course. You're a member of the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuousness. But what of you? Have you ever measured your work against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? You can't measure your worth by the success of others. Indeed. How can I not? Should my work not meet the same exacting standards, no commissions will be forthcoming. What then was the point of my becoming a goldsmith? Your passion. Looking back, 'twas my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft as he did. Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me of what is truly important. What is truly important? Yep. Oh, sorry, Hullabaloo, I didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see Fontaine is giving himself another chance. Ooh, nice food. Can't help but wonder if Fontaine will follow through. Let's see if he actually has gone to with the Republic. And of course, people are dancing. That's all is the dancing. Alright. Not too many people doing stuff today, it looks like. Oh, that's gonna be a cutscene eventually, I see. It was kind of you to come, but you needn't worry, I've found my courage. Accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. I am a goldsmith from Aldoa in faraway Eorzea. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here and watching Meki. Meki. There we go. If you would have me, I ask only for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. So that's what it was about. You're looking for work. Consider yourself hired. Meki is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork if you can. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. If only it were that easy in real life. I must thank you both for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful. But you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had that moment of much needed self-reflection. The arrangements have been made. Come meet me at the entrance of the High Tide Harbor. Realizing that we're going to take an airship. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Rupley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of that thing. Wachumeki. That's what it is. Wachumeki. Oh, it's as sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fontaine. Let me know if that doubt creeps back, and I'd be happy to talk you out of it. Alright, let's get going. Okay. Alright, let's go. Are we taking an airship or are we taking a boat? Enough with this secrecy. What's this big plan of yours? Look there. That is my big plan. is that? What is that? It's a Bunuti. I hope I'm saying that right. She'll be pulling our boat upriver. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures for the most part. She's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her reason to. First alpacas, now Panutis. We're relying on a lot of animals for this journey. We should be thankful we have an animal expert as our guide then. But did it have to be my old nemesis, another boat? Well, I took you for someone who was up to the challenge. Was I wrong? Ugh. Long ago, when fighting still raged against the raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kazamuka rode these riverboats most swiftly through hostile territory. But the vessel sees little use with Tyrol now at peace, so I was able to borrow this one of the few which remained. I did consider a dirigible, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. You said you borrowed one, yet there appear to be several on the water. Kona! Lamati. Traveling up the river, I presume. Seems that way. Does this mean you earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you've managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. My friends, it's been a while, has it? Not that long. Thancred, Oriange, what are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I'd heard much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the Sanctum. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better to recruit to my cause. I contacted the Scully, who arranged an introduction to these 2 gentlemen. The second promise had specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must both proven survival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. Thus did Thancred and I receive the summons. My own study concentrated on technology, which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of magics or clever engineering. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you 2, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job. A few. The nation of Tuliolo spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world would be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we striven to preserve peace? Where is our place? If not here and now. We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavor. He's even more opaque than Uriange at times, but is surprisingly... That's quite enough of that. We must be on our way. Wait, I have one question before we leave. Kona and Woklamat are vying for the throne as Kona's entourage. Does that mean you'll be resolved to defeat all other opponents, including us? We're sworn to do all in our power to win the contest for Kona, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We intend to hold nothing back, and expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. Oh my gosh. So then, my question then is, when do we get... I thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on a leaky barge, with no possibility of retreat. It's true, I can't stand boats. But I trust the route Erenville has chosen for us. Leave the handling of the Panudi to me. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away as far from the front of the boat as possible. Okay! This is probably a dungeon, isn't it? Then we shall remain on deck and stand guard, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Erenville. Just in case. I like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to work, to the proof. And I'll take any chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Then Kryle will stand on guard with Halabali. 2 pictomancers! I'll keep Erenville company then. With my blade, I can respond more quickly to threats than Alphino. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of the way. Then I shall endeavor to provide aid where it is needed. So is this a... I can do that as well. So is this a dungeon, or is this a duty, is my question. I'm assuming dungeon. Are we gonna fight you? We're gonna fight you, aren't we? Yep, it's a dungeon. Alright. So they have it, I'm assuming then that it's a set thing? So, form a party, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I see. So if one of them was a healer or a tank, okay. Insufficient item level? Oh, fuck. I need to be 630? Oh, do I not? That requires 90, doesn't it? This is weak, actually, because I think this stops at 90. Yeah. Let's go get an earring really quick. I think that's the most important one. Maybe? Okay, where's the frickin' merchant? I know there's a merchant around here somewhere. Okay, Battlecraft accessories, that's what I want. Okay. Casting. That's weaker, so I don't want that one. Casting. Again. So probably wrist first, and then I'm just gonna have to go for it, unfortunately. And then a casting ring. Still not close enough. Okay, what's the next lowest thing? So that's 533. Probably the earring then. After, let's go for the earring. I think is probably the best option. It's not great, unfortunately, but it'll work. No, fuck. That only got me up to 628. I should have gone for the ring. I should have gone for the ring. I should have gone for the ring. I should have fucking gone for the ring. It's not gonna. No matter what I do, I'm not gonna have enough. Ba, 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 ba. Let's see here. Maybe one of the quests around here will give me better gear. I need a ring. I think is probably either a ring. Let's see, so that will get me. That's the lowest, and then probably the neck. Do either of you have the? That's food. Wait, is it food? Yeah, it is food. Okay. Curious. What the fuck? Excuse me? I will look into that later. See if this gives me. What do you give me? Just money and experience, so I don't want that one. So then there's another quest over here. Yeah, the Resplendent Quarter. Oh, I didn't go far enough. Dirigible landing. That's what we want. Okay. So that is not going to be good enough, unfortunately. Alright, let's go then to this place. We'll try here first, and then we'll see where we can go. Unfortunately, it means I have to do a fucking side quest. Am I regretting my decisions? Yes, I am. I'm so glad of you to notice. Nope. Maybe I can get some. I do have things from. One sec, actually. Do I have anything? Ring of Casting. Blues, Archon, and Manganese, and yeah, that would require something anyway, so it's not really that helpful. No, unfortunately, none of these are going to actually help. Well, in that case, I think I will actually end the stream there. And then we'll, because it is actually getting later than it is getting close to the time that I was thinking of ending the stream anyways. And this way it will allow me to get the money or supplies in order to get the freaking ring. And hopefully I will be ready by the next live stream. But anyways, guys, hopefully you've enjoyed this live stream. I have been Electro Ninja, and I will see you guys next time. But on!